The Senate is expected to confirm Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the United States Supreme Court tonight, and all eyes are on how her confirmation could affect the election, believe it or not. The nation's highest court has seen a number of last-minute appeals over changes that would have made voting easier during the pandemic, and Republicans backing restrictions have generally prevailed so far. Of the 11 election-related cases filed as emergency appeals since April, Republican interests won in 8 of those. Joining me now is NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams. Pete, one case the Republicans did lose, however, was in Pennsylvania. The president is there now, bashing a new appeals court ruling, turning down the Trump administration's request for poll watchers to monitor satellite election offices in that state. Here's what he said about that earlier in Allentown.
Did you see where they fought us because they didn't want poll watchers? They took us to court, and we had a bad decision. We had a judge, this judge. So we'll appeal it, but we're going to appeal it, and we'll end up winning.
Pete, many of these cases, they're moving pretty quickly through the court system. Are there election-related cases like this where would-be Justice Coney Barrett could actually swing the vote in his favor?
Yes, there are 3 pending right now before the Supreme Court, all basically dealing with this question of whether the states can count ballots that arrive after Election Day, mail-in ballots that come in after Election Day, whether it's 3, 6, 9 days after the election. They're from North Carolina, Wisconsin, and once again, Pennsylvania. Now, you remember that just 1 week ago, the Supreme Court failed to give the Republicans what they wanted in Pennsylvania. The state Supreme Court said that the deadline needed to be extended for 3 days given the pandemic and the difficulty the Postal Service would have in delivering ballots on time that were actually mailed on time. The Republicans challenged that. They asked the Supreme Court to put a hold on that ruling, but the court, by a 4-4 vote, said no. Now the Republicans are asking again, and basically this is an attempt to get another bite at the apple after Amy Coney Barrett comes on the Supreme Court. What they're asking the Supreme Court is to, in a slightly different posture, those earlier rulings were emergency applications for an injunction or a stay. This time they're just saying, look, grant this case, decide it based just on the written briefs, and hurry up and do it before a week or so from now. So it would take 4 votes to grant this case. There may be 4 conservative votes to do that now, given the earlier vote. But it would take 5 votes to prevail, and clearly the Republicans are hoping that Amy Coney Barrett might be the 5th vote there. Now, you know, I think she's going to face a lot of pressure to recuse given the circumstances that brought her to the court, but she certainly could participate in these emergency appeal cases.
Pete, really quickly, if she hasn't heard the case or the cases being presented before the Supreme Court because she hasn't been confirmed, at the point that she does become a justice, is she allowed to vote on the case, or how does that work from just a procedural point of view?
So the magic word in your question was heard, and the Supreme Court has heard oral argument in 11 cases in October. They'll be back to start hearing oral argument on November 2nd. There's no hard and fast rule, but the practice, the procedure, the custom, if you will, at the Supreme Court is sort of like being at the Elks Club raffle. You know, you must be present to win. So if she wasn't on the bench when the case is argued, she can't vote on that case. But that's different than these emergency appeal cases that are already sitting there just in paper. She could vote on them if they haven't already voted.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.